very welcome back. Now, new research has shown that the cost, I'm sure a lot of people know this, the cost of raising a child, it has increased by 60% in the last 10 years.
Yes, and here to tell us more and offer some saving tips for parents is money coach Kel Galavan. Good morning to you. Kel, so tell us about this survey and the reasons then for the increase.
Yeah, so this survey originally was done by Laya Life, and it's the Cradle to College Cost Index, and it's the cost of raising a child from start right up to the age of 21.
Yeah.
So it was done in 2015, and then they just did it again in February, just this year, just gone. And when they looked at the numbers, they could see the cost of raising a child in Ireland is up by 60%. And per household in Ireland, that's €169,000 per household to get a child to the age of 21.
So let's get that figure out there. 169,000 to raise a child from the time it's born to the time it's 21. So that's just one child. So
average per household.
Average per household.
Yeah, wow.
So if you have a couple of children, which most households would have, that's a lot of money.
It does add
up.
But
the increases are huge,
it's
Tommy.
It's huge, and I'd love to hear from people at home on this, in terms of how much it is hitting your pocket. The cost of nappies in 10 years has gone up 188%. Baby formula up 169%. Pocket money is another one that's gone up, that parents are giving their kids pocket money 86% as well. So our families and new families, how much are they struggling to afford this?
It's really having an impact, because when they broke down the research, they could see that like 24% of the cost of raising a child was in the first year. Like the first year is huge.
Okay, because you're buying all the new stuff, the new cot, the new pram, the new everything like that.
Exactly.
So the outlay is there.
The outlay is there. And even if parents have 2 or 3 kids, like they do try and hand me down what we could see from the research, but you can't hand me down wet wipes. You can't hand me down food. Like food is up 60% as well. So all these things are rising up. But to be fair to parents, when you look into it as well, you can see that some things are being pulled back on. So like birthdays are down, birthday gifts down 70%.
Family holidays are down 35%.
Yeah.
Another huge one, and it's in the papers as well today, is about childcare. And the government obviously got voted in with the understanding that they're going to try to reduce childcare down to €200 per child per month. But we're not seeing that.
No, childcare is a huge expense. Like, my kids are a little bit older, but I remember spending nearly €2,000 a month just on childcare alone. And that's really an expensive thing and a really expensive outlay for any parent to have. So, and also the other thing, it's a small window in time to help the next generation grow up and become independent. So we need that childcare because most parents are working. So any help with that would be super grateful.
Because there's a €500 gap. So obviously the government have pledged that it was going to be €200. There's at least another €500 on that. I mean, and that's crippling to so many families out there.
But that's it, because a lot of these parents, a lot of them are young enough and they're trying to find their feet. They're trying to get a mortgage. They're trying to set up a family, and then this kind of money is going out the door. It's really hard. I
know it's a terrible thing to say, but should couples, when they're planning a family, sit down and go, how many can we afford? Is that basic? Should you be saying stuff like that?
Definitely financial planning is getting to be so important. You can't just decide, oh, we'll get a house and we'll have a couple of kids. You really have to think, well, look, what's my income looking like? What's my career trajectory looking like? Yeah. What would we like from our lives? And from a very early stage to start going, OK, well, what are the big things? So like that financial planning piece. And to be fair, like parents are saving a lot more now than what they were 10 years ago for their kids' futures. Kids are dependent longer on them. But little things like even fundamental stuff, the research was showing that only 48% of parents in Ireland have something as fundamental as life insurance. So when it comes to life insurance, that's if the worst should happen and maybe one parent isn't there, it's a chunk of money that they have for educational needs, whatever they need. And that is much more simple to get than what you think. So I know when I was working with Laya Life on this, it can be done online, it's really simple, and it's only about €10 a month.
Just to have that peace of mind there as well.
Just to have that peace of mind. And when you think what we spend on subscriptions and, TV bits and pieces.
For Netflix or something like that.
Exactly,
yes. Do you think there's a lot of couples put off having kids nowadays when they see the cost of childcare, the cost of €169,000, they're thinking, do you know what? It's not worth us having kids.
Or leaving it to later in life,
But you're putting off having a family.
Like it probably is a factor. I don't know exactly, but it probably is, because if you're trying to save for a mortgage, to get a house in this quite a hot environment, trying to get a house, and there could be a generation that are at risk of not getting their own home at all.
Yeah.
But if you're saving for a mortgage and then you're looking at creche fees and you're looking at all these different foods, it could very well be a factor in there.
So what would be your saving tips then for parents, like if they're starting a family or they have a family at the moment and they are finding it struggling? Like when you say, how is nappies gone up 188%? It's just crazy when you look at those type of figures. So
wash your own nappies.
Yeah, remember the old days, hanging them out in the line. What are the tips that you would give parents?
Definitely the financial planning piece, like sitting down, looking what money's coming in, looking at what big bills are going to be coming out. And I would include like things that are annual bills and stuff like that, and really work out that money. And then from the saving side, get saving as early as you can. Now, if there's something coming up and you know you're needed in the next kind of year to 5 years, that will be your cash savings. Like, get the best savings rate that you can, really shop around for that. But if it's going to be longer than that, I'd say we're looking to maybe a bit of investing, particularly if it's for their college or something, to do some of the heavy lifting by the time that comes. But all those little simple things, like, don't underestimate the power of the small things done well. Like looking at your bank statement and going, well, you know, do we even use that subscription? Is this something that's worthwhile?
Yeah.
Have we shopped around for insurance? It might seem like a small thing, but over the course of the year, it really does add up.
Yeah, absolutely. Listen, of course, get in touch with us this morning as well when you're seeing the cost rises and how difficult it is to be a parent and the cost of having children.
Yeah.
Let us know, 896 111 111. Kel Galavan, Money Coach, thank you so much for joining us this morning.
Still to come this morning, diet fads. We debunk the quick fix weight loss plans taking the internet by storm.
Plus, lots more. We'll see you after this short break.